I'd like to welcome in my panel the executive director of Moms for America, Keisha King, and the author of Little Lives Matter, Elizabeth Johnston. Greetings. Keith, I'd like to start with you. And these pregnancy centers are being firebombed and vandalized. Workers are already being threatened. But Elizabeth Warren is actually putting them at risk for more violence with these statements.
Yeah, she is crazy. I mean, do you hear what she actually said? She's saying that we need to tear down and get rid of crisis pregnancy centers that are actually helping women. She's actually saying the quiet part out loud. She does not want, for women to have choice. She is pro-abortion. What she's saying is she wants babies to not live. I mean, let's just call it what it is. She's saying the quiet part out loud. This woman is nuts. I'm sorry.
Elizabeth, the story certainly gained international attention. The mother of the 10-year-old girl forced to get an abortion after she was allegedly raped by an illegal migrant is defending the migrant. And despite the fact that he confessed to the crime, the girl's mother says everything the media is saying about him is a lie. Why would she do that?
I cannot explain this mother's behavior. The man has admitted that he committed the crime, that he raped a 10-year-old child. The truth is, if rapists were being executed in this country as they should be, then 10-year-old children would not be impregnated by them. Let's execute the criminal, not the child, who is also a victim of the crime. And as far as Elizabeth Warren, I will agree with her on one thing, and that is that crisis pregnancy resource centers outnumber abortion clinics 3-1. And that is because we actually care about women and their babies. And so just imagine, here we are, we're the ones that are giving the women cribs for their babies, strollers, providing clothes for their children, actually providing care for these women in crisis pregnancy centers, and love and compassion for them. And this is what we're accused of not doing, caring for the women. And now they want the very pregnancy centers that are providing resources for the women to be firebombed, to be destroyed. What you are witnessing right now is just a tremendous amount of hypocrisy on the left.
It's unbelievable. Keisha, today the House passed 2 bills to protect abortion on the federal level. The first is Ensuring Access to Abortion Act, which bans anyone from restricting a woman from traveling to a state for an abortion where it's legal. And the second is the Women's Health Protection Act, which passed in the House already, was shot down in the Senate back in May when Joe Manchin, Democratic senator, voted against it. Do you expect that to happen again?
I think when it goes to the Senate, it will be shut down. I don't believe it will pass in the Senate. I just want to say, when a nation comes into agreement with something like abortion, I have had an abortion, so, I know the trauma that comes with this. And when a nation comes into agreement with something like abortion, when we are killing our most vulnerable and most innocent, you can't get much lower than that. And I think that is very indicative of why we are seeing so much, such an attack on the family, such an attack on children, because we thank God that Roe versus Wade was overturned. But at one point, our entire nation came into agreement with this. And I am so thankful that Roe versus Wade was overturned, because I believe we can start to get back to morality, a virtuous society.
Yeah. Elizabeth, I want to get your thoughts on this, but I'm a little confused because it says here that this is the Women's Health Protection Act. Did they not get the memo that we can't say women anymore? I'm confused how the bill is named for women. I guess are they admitting there's women now?
Yeah, this is psychological warfare, and the left is very good at this. And they have duped our nation into believing that abortion is actually pro-woman, when it is the single most exploitative industry against women and the unborn child. To think that an industry that covers for men so that they can pleasure themselves with women and then not provide for their offspring. To think that that is actually pro-woman is absolutely laughable. And so this is a day that we are celebrating for women because this exploitative industry is toppling. And we are so excited that Roe v. Wade is toppling. It had to happen. But now the tremendously important work of providing care for these women and their children, which is what we as pro-lifers have been doing now for decades through pro-life crisis pregnancy centers. This is what we have been doing. Our work only continues. If they're screaming, we're just continuing to do what we've always done.
Amazing. These ladies are lighting up your Friday night. They did for me. Thank you so much, Elizabeth Johnston, Keisha King. Thank you. Have a great weekend.
Thank you, John.
Thank you, you too.